Happy spring, Ithaca! We have finally crossed the spring equinox. The waterfalls are starting to thaw. The mud is everywhere. But I know a lot of you are still waiting for those first flowers to start blooming before you start your home search. But here's the reality in 2026. If you're waiting for the perfect weather to start looking, you're walking right into a strategic trap. I'm Jennifer Neal-Teekasingh, and this is Gorgeous Living in Ithaca, New York. And today we're talking about the mud season advantage. I'm going to explain to you why the next 3 weeks are the most important weeks of the year for your bank account and why those pretty photos can actually be a buyer's worst enemy. If you're looking to beat the rush and keep your sanity, you're going to want to hear this. Let's talk about the Ithaca Surge. In our neck of the woods, the real estate market is seasonal in a way that's almost aggressive. Right now in late March, we're in what we call the thaw. The inventory is starting to creep up. We're starting to see about 9% more listings than this time last year, but the casual buyers, they're still hanging out on the couch. Once the temperature hits a consistent 60 degrees, the number of people at open houses doesn't just grow, it triples. In the 2026 market, a good house in Fall Creek or Bell Sherman can see 10 to 15 offers in a single weekend once the sun stays out past 7 p.m. By starting now, you're competing against the serious few rather than the spring crowds. You want to be the person making the offer while everyone else is still busy cleaning out their rakes. And I hear this myth all the time. Jennifer, I'm waiting until May because there will be more houses to choose from. And on paper, that's true. There are more listings in May. But here's what the data shows. As inventory goes up, buyer demand outprices it. Think of it like a popular restaurant. If there are 10 tables and 5 people waiting, you get a seat. If there are 20 tables but 100 people waiting, you're standing on the sidewalk for 2 hours. In May, you might have more houses to look at, but you have significantly less advantage. In March, you have the luxury of time. You can actually think about an offer for 24 hours without the house vanishing. In May, you're making a life-altering financial decision in the 15 minutes between the showing and the next person walking in the door. Now let's talk about why I love mud season. Spring in upstate New York hides a lot of secrets. When a house is surrounded by lush green hostas and blooming lilacs, it's easy to miss the ugly truth. Searching right now is like seeing a house without its makeup on. You can see exactly how the water drains on the property. You can see if the basement is taking on moisture from the snowmelt, which is a very real thing here. You can see the true condition of the roof and the siding without the beautiful oak tree blocking your view. If you love a house when the yard is a brown, muddy mess, you're going to absolutely adore it when the peonies come up in June. Most importantly, when it comes to inspections, we have the leverage right now. In a hot May market, buyers are waiving inspections just to be competitive. In March, we keep the inspection, we find the issues, and we negotiate. Now let's get nerdy with the numbers for a moment. We've seen rates settle into that 6.1% to 6.3% range. It's the new stable. This predictability has created a bottleneck. Thousands of people are waiting for a sign to buy. And that sign usually comes in the form of a beautiful April morning. If you wait for that sign, you're going to be fighting for every square foot. Right now, sellers are still a bit more willing to talk. They might be more open to seller concessions or helping with closing costs because they haven't had 50 people through their door yet. Would you rather have a 6.2% rate on a house that you got for list price or a 6.2% rate on a house you had to bid over $30,000 over asking price for in May? The math says buy in the mud. So what's the game plan? Number 1, the local pre-approval. In a tight market like ours, listing agents want to see the local name they trust on their letters. It matters. Number 2, neighborhood recons. Start driving the neighborhoods like Groton, Dryden, or Lansing now. See how the commute feels when it's gray and rainy. If you like it then, you'll love it in July. And number 3, get on the early bird list. I'm out here every day looking at coming soon signs and talking to colleagues. If you're on my list, we're talking about those houses before they even hit Zillow. The bottom line, Ithaca is gorgeous in the spring, but the best deals are made in the mud. Don't let the pretty season cost you an extra $20,000. If you want to get ahead of the rush, reach out. Let's grab a coffee and map out your strategy. I'm Jennifer Neal-Teekasingh, and this is Gorgeous Living in Ithaca, New York. And I'm here to make sure you're settled in by the time the gorges are ready for swimming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next tour.